I'm standing here with one of the concerned parents in the province. He's also the chairperson for the School Governing Body Association, that is Mr. Regile Eng Maimela. And he is just raising a lot of concerns and saying that the slow pace by which the Gauteng Education Department is moving to resolve some of the issues is concerning. And he is also talking about some of the areas where he feels, they need to bring in urgent intervention. There too, he feels there is not enough that is being done. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. You were here throughout the briefing, listening to the MEC and, of course, what he is planning with regards to the online application process, but you are concerned. What are your concerns?
Thank you very much, and good day for the viewers. The concern is simple. These problems, they are occurring each and every year. Online program or online process, it's okay, but the maintenance part of it is very frustrating. I'm coming from an area called Ivory Park in Gauteng, Midrand. We've got schools, about 30 schools, which one of the schools which they're being mentioned by the MEC that they're going to reopen it, or they will open it, is a brand new school, which has got over 5 years being built, but never utilized. The school around, they are having not less than 2,500 kids. So that is very much concerning and is frustrating. And on top of that, even the furniture, there are no furnitures in those schools, which they've got a lot of overcrowding. The classes got between 70 and 80. Therefore, that is a very, very serious concern. And we hear and we understand the plans of the Department of Education, but the plans, they are not coming forth as soon as we need them or they are needed. Therefore, that is very, very much frustrating. And that is the concern we are facing as parents.
You also raise concern about the shortage of schools, saying that at the root cause you feel that there are just not enough schools, and you said you welcome the plans to build more schools, but it's not coming as fast as you would wish.
It's very much true. We've got more than 10 years temporary classrooms, which they've been given to provide learning and teaching as a temporary structure. Those temporary structures now, they are not costing less than 2 million rands a year to maintain them, because they are very much old, and even the overcrowding, now they're becoming more and more worse. So therefore, that's why we're saying they are not coming forth as soon as possible and as fast as we expect them to be. There are some areas which they've been identified to build a school as a land. But those areas, there's nothing is happening. I'll tell you an example. There's a place called Clayville, Extension 26. There's a land which has been identified many years ago. Up to date, there's nothing happening. And there's a school there called Olifantsfontein Primary School, and there's no secondary school around that area. The area is developing and is growing very, very quick. And you come there and look, the transport in the morning, transporting kids out of the area, that on its own is 3 schools for the transportation only of the kids going to the school. That also, it's a very, very, very high pressure zone areas. But I never heard the MEC mentioning that one. And that is the Black Township area. So,
how do these challenges impact on the online application process? How do they make that process complicated?
No, the reason for that is that, or is complicating, is that up to date, some of the schools within our area, they are still doing admission. That is the pressure is coming there. We got kids which are admitted on the 2nd term. We got kids who are admitted on the 3rd term. So that is the complication we are facing and the frustration.
What would you like to see happen? What's the change that you're hoping for?
The change which we're hoping and we're wishing, and very so from the department, is that whatever the plans they are planning is very good, but the implementation, we want to see the implementation of the plans, not to hear about the plans each year in, year out. We want to see them being implemented.
From your observation, what has made the implementation challenging?
The implementation challenging is that I think the right-hand side doesn't speak to the left-hand side. That's all I can say, because whatever is happening, if the department, they are planning this, but who's supposed to implement those plans? You see, that's where I'm saying when the right-hand side doesn't speak to the left-hand side, that's where everything will fall apart, irrespective of how good and nice is being mentioned and told.
We have heard the concerns about parents that are not playing their role adequately, the challenges that they add onto the system, late applications, not filling in forms correctly. As an association, what have you done, what are you doing to make sure that you also urge parents, guide parents, perhaps appeal on them to also play their part adequately, so that, we find a way to lessen the pressure on the system? Because if they don't do what is needed, then you also can't then blame government if they're struggling because of parents that are not playing their role.
Very much true. But we are trying by our level best. The only problem and the frustration we're still facing is that because of the interference of the public representative being the officials. I tell you now, the area which I'm coming from, half of the school children there, they do not have the proper documentation. And as it's been mentioned now, we are going all out, school by school. When we're calling parents meetings, we are making sure that we advocate the message to say, this is what is requested, this is what is required. But when the time comes of the closing, therefore we found that the admission has been done, but the documentation, they're still not there. And this is affecting also the furniture in the school, also the budget in the school. Because remember, these kids, when they are at the school, as long as they are not on the system, they are not in any way counted in the budget of the public ordinary school, particularly the Section 21 schools. So therefore, the budget now, the government will appreciate is 1,602 rands, if I'm not mistaken, per year, per child. Imagine a school has got 2,400 kids, and now only 1,000 kids, they've submitted all the documentation, they are on the system. When they do head-to-head count, they only count them. Those other ones, they put them aside. Then that is causing another frustration. We are playing our role, but the department doesn't come forth to meet us halfway or even quarterway. And we got the Association of School Governing Bodies. Now the officials, they've taken over. They are nowhere. They are not even recognized and even acknowledged. Their role is being just dumped like that or blocked. So that is the frustration as a community, as SGB association, we are facing in the public ordinary schools, in the townships particularly.
All right, thank you so much. They can hear the frustration from him. And from here, one can just hope that there will perhaps be better partnership between the association, the parents, and the Gauteng Education Department to find a way to work together to sort out some of these teething issues in a bid to improve the overall Gauteng education system in the province.